Hey, everybody.
Hey everybody, welcome to TFT. Tarot for today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon
me, Banshee.
as Alice Cooper. Hello, hooray. Let the lights grow dim.
Oh
I've been
dear,
ready.
oh dear.
And Fiber, this is so funny because I just before we started, I said, "Where's Fiber and Carl?"
And then you popped in and said hello. So,
Hi, everybody. Welcome back, Anthony. Hello, Sapphire, Siama, Marita, everyone. Have a good day.
all right, so let's see what good news we can cook up for everybody
Thank you, Jackie.
today. I should have wore a hat. I'm tired of my hair getting in my eyes. I'm holding off. I got 1 or 2 more weeks before I get my hair cut. So I want to get a cut before my erstwhile high school reunion coming up in October, early October.
There's some obscure song in a British horror film where they're all going, "It's your funeral, it's your funeral." I can't remember the movie. It was something trashy, probably from the 60s.
Oh man. All right. Okay. Well, let's start with the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed.
You may put it there.
Oh, may I?
Yes. And camera
It's
2
not
is not
working.
working.
Hi, Kara. Get you on the list while he's playing with the camera.
It's working now. Hi, Kara.
All right, hold on. Let me update the list.
It's your funeral.
And as soon as I do this, Preeti or somebody will come in, right? Who's not?
Come in, everyone.
All right. Okay. Let's see.
So if you're in the States, we hope you have a good Labor Day holiday weekend. Or elsewhere, we just hope you have a good weekend too.
And if you're joining one of the protests this weekend, more power to you. I wish I could walk around better than I can. I'd be there. All right. Hey,
Hayes for horses. And sometimes the
what
banshee.
you got? The Hermit, my favorite card.
The hermit.
It is my favorite card. It is my
Hi,
card.
Preeti. We just predicted you would come in too.
After I posted the list for the third time. But that's okay,
She
Preeti.
was just saying, I think Preeti's coming next.
Okay, who can we predict comes next? Victoria.
All right, so we have the hermit.
All right. Yes, the Hermit is here. Let me repost the list. All right, the Hermit is here. Now remember, this deck talks like for the major arcana, like they are the Hermit. Or you can just visualize this for yourself. It's like an affirmation in a way. The Hermit is about time out. Sometimes it's necessary to take time out for regrouping and introspection. This is a temporary experience, but one necessary for my growth. When I step back, retreat, regroup, and renew, I have a clear perspective on everything in my life. And wow, yes, we all need that. We need more downtime. And it's funny in this day and age where there's less critical thinking and there's less things, deep thought going on. And it's because they keep us so busy all the time. They keep us so we can't step back and really get a clear picture on things. And so, and this isn't just, as far as world issues go or anything like that. I mean, it's about our personal lives too, and our spiritual development and everything. We need to step back. We need to retreat. We maybe need to do some devotionals or some prayer time as well, or meditation, etc. Whatever. You've got to make time for that part of your life. And so the hermit is here giving us that opportunity. And you'll feel so much lighter once you give yourself a break. We need more breaks in our life.
And I'm not going to talk about that aspect so much, but just the idea that our incredibly busy society literally demands that many of us multitask, that we have to work smarter.
harder and smarter.
Work faster and smarter. Hi, Garima.
Well, hi, Garima. We'll get you on the list, which is growing rapidly. So I guess we got to get going. Anything else you want to add while I'm doing this?
Well, that idea, I think, to some degree, the constant emphasis on multitasking, on doing more, faster, etc. It kind of reminds me of what they're saying about, the people that just click around on the internet, that they're actually messing with the synapses, in their brain because it's not immersive reading. It's just moving, moving, moving. And research shows it may be doing something to the synapses of the brain. It may affect concentration. It may affect absorption of what we're reading or trying to understand. So
On
say no to
YouTube, I love
multitasking.
this. On YouTube, people, there's a lot of creators out there that put a lot of time and energy into their work. And then there are people who
Like
do
us.
shorts. And, shorts, we do shorts, and shorts are great. But, do we just only have time to watch a minute or two? Can't we sit anymore to watch half hour, hour? I realize that people do binge watch their favorite TV shows and stuff, and that can take up massive amounts of time. But for things that really count, when we really need to get to the heart of issues or listen to a program, maybe a cooking show or something like that, showing how to create a recipe, you can't just get that in 1 minute. You need to have some mental acuity and focus there. And I think we're lacking a little bit of that today, I must say.
I'm sorry,
I'm
Garima. This
guilty
isn't our
too.
question day. This is the happy hour. So we will be back tomorrow if you want to come back
Yeah, we won't be
tomorrow.
touching on questions today. We will be doing a positive, happy message for everybody, single card. So that's the show, what Saturday's show is about.
There's the schedule for tomorrow.
And hi Empress, I'll get you on the list. Mr. O, why don't you shuffle first
Hi,
for
Empress.
Nicole?
All right. So just everybody, once again, it's happy hour. We don't have questions. It's just one card
Oh, thank you. I've got a few now. I've got at least two other lion
with a
shirts.
positive message.
So, but I like this one a lot. I do. I think this one's
Which
perfect.
one is that? A lion's one?
The
Or
Detroit and the Lion, yeah. The
Indeed.
Detroit Lion. It's coming. Next week is the first game, I think, or the week following. I'll have to check my schedule.
Lately, I've noticed a guy who comes into the library where I work at, and he wears some Detroit Lions regalia and a cap and everything, but he actually looks like Dan Campbell a little bit. And that's
Oh,
kind of a
really?
generic look.
Okay.
Ah, thank you, Empress. It's your funeral. No, it's not. I, of course, got this at a Spirit Halloween a couple years ago uh, to an event where we were reading cards and it was Halloween time. Anyway, Nicole, here is your happy hour card.
What you got?
Okay, well, I'm just trying to manipulate. There we go. And it's the Six of Pentacles. So there's a sharing thing going on here. And you've been asking about a person you have mentioned as a possible twin flame. I don't know that this is specifically about that, but it could be about anybody who maybe you have good relationship with and you feel a sense of being able to share freely with them, whether it's actual physical things or whether it's more abstract concepts like just helping each other or admiring each other to give each other a boost, things like that. So the emphasis for today and this week could be about what you find you have in common that really builds up both of your relationships to each other or any other people.
I'm definitely not going to get that specific in this reading. I feel here this is a card of give and take, Nicole. And if you want, if you want something, sometimes you can't wait to receive it. You have to give something in order to get something. And the happy message of this card for me for this week week ahead is that both are in play. Give and take is going to be pretty equal this week. What you put out to the universe is going to respond back. And I really think in whatever you do. So, I mean, if you want to get specific, like he just did, I would say if you make a move, maybe a move will come back. But,
Well, I don't think I was that specific. I gave it as a caveat that it could relate to that,
yeah,
That's all.
I don't know. It's
It's not a
funny.
guarantee, of course.
I see a bit of relationship dynamic in this card,
Hmm.
but oftentimes I think of it more in terms of kind acts and generous
True.
acts, and love can be that way, very generous. So, however you express generosity in this week ahead, expect to receive in kind. And, it should make you feel really good about things. So, good luck with that. I'm sorry, you're probably right. Did I?
No, 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 you're
Okay.
fine. I'm just looking at the mess out there.
Oh, the mess. What? The mess? Who's making a mess in the chat?
No, I'm just
Oh,
like, wow, we got a pretty full chat.
we do,
We
which
will
is
probably have to close it
awesome.
within another 4 or 5,
Uh,
shows.
Probably four or less. So that was for Nicole. We're on Sapphire Flower.
All right,
Thanks
so
for
we're on
joining
Sapphire
us.
Flower then.
Sapphire, I don't know if you've been here before or not, but welcome.
And Mr. O is slugging down the coffee today.
Yeah, he gave me a giant cup today. I'm impressed.
I wanted to make it up to you for all the times that I actually snuck more into my cup.
We all know you need more caffeine than I, Mr.
I
O.
do.
Aries runs on natural caffeine.
Oh, I thought you were going to say methane.
No. You mean hot gas? Wait a minute.
That's right, Anthony. Coffee, coffee, coffee. I think I've mentioned this before, but when I was working at my career job full time, I drank about 64 ounces a day, which was about 6 of these size mugs. 6.
Well, Sapphire, this is such a nice representation of strength. One of my favorite, and I've got a lot of tarot decks, let's just say. So, Sapphire, you've got strength. And I love this interpretation of strength. You have the lion, you have the lamb, you also have this duality, this unequal balance of her nature here. So in other words, this week, Sapphire, you're just gonna know when to be when to be a little bit more aggressive. And by that I mean just, moving forward with things, pushing things forward, and when to be more uh, laid back, when to be more relaxed about it, when to back off of things. And so, there's a balance here in this card, very truthfully. And it's why, because your heart is really running the show here. She's wearing this heart necklace that reminds us that, if we operate from heart level, we know to keep our emotions in balance and that we never let either side get out of control.
So it looks like we have beauty is the beast in this card. I love this representation.
Yeah.
And there's something noble about certain beasts. We kind of, put more of our humanity on them. The lion is the noble king of the forest, or the king of the jungle kind of thing. But in this card, I think what this is saying is we are emulating the beauty of the heart of an instinctual being where the heart knows love just has to be sent and received to whoever needs it. And that's pretty much it. You're being called upon, Sapphire, to express care as your major strength, to apply compassion and emotionality to problem solving or solutions.
And you are going to be in your power this week. You're going to be in your power. You're going to be in control of your power, recognizing recognizing too, not just the power of, being strong and tough, but the power of love, right?
That's right.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that. And
Jackie.
up.
Hey, Jackie.
It's good to see such a nice full house at happy hour. I think everybody really needs some positivity these days. Things have been so gloomy doomy, and we all need this too. We gotta kind of, uh-oh. Well, we're so close here.
Then move away.
No, I can't. I'll be out of camera. Although you did give me more room this
I
time.
did.
Okay,
You
fine.
just wanted to be close to me.
I did.
They long to be close to you. On the day that you were born, the angels got together and decided to create a dream come true.
Oh
That's
dear.
the only words I know. Thank goodness. I'm
Yeah,
waiting
you
for
got the
I'm
serenade.
waiting for Anthony to say what he usually says. It's not happy hour until Mr. O sings.
Yeah, we missed that, Anthony. Glad you're back. There it is.
Yay! I know I have to please someone. Alrighty.
Mr. O is a chaos agent of change. If you haven't noticed, like from some of his shows, how he changes his format a lot. I am
Hi,
sort of
Fires.
the surprisingly for an Aries, I'm sort of the stabilizing agent there.
All right, Firespawn, we will add you to the list. We're not closed yet.
Go on.
And
Hi,
Jackie,
Spawn.
Jackie, you get the Seven of Pentacles. Spirit says maybe it's time for you to check in on some things, especially projects that you're working on, that maybe you felt certain things are on an automatic, and maybe they are, but it doesn't hurt to kind of look in and maybe give them a little energy, give a little sense of strength or love that you are sending to this project. Or maybe it's just saying it's time for you to start to pull this together for its final run.
Well, and Fire Spawn, just a reminder,
Thank you, Piper.
no questions today. This is just a happy message. So just letting you know that I've added you to the list. I'll post it in a minute. Jackie, I think you're a very grounded person overall. And I think here, this card speaks to you in this way. You're grounded, you're centered, you've done everything you could do in a particular area of your life right now. And maybe it's time to just wait and be patient and be calm, and be happy with what you have done. Because whether you succeed or whether you fail really doesn't matter here. It's all about the journey to try to bring something to grow. And you will get something out of this either way. And so why worry? Don't worry, be happy. I think that's the message of this card to
Don't
me
worry.
today. So don't worry, be happy, be patient, and just let things now kind of gel together, come together.
Fiber, I never liked the Carpenters as much when I was a kid. It's like, oh, they're square. I want Jimi Hendrix. But after, when I was an adult, I really came to appreciate those wonderful pipes Karen Carpenter had. But also, I did get your email today, so I think we're all straightened out on that. So thank you for assisting with that.
Hey, Fiber, I'm probably going to do a show Wednesday, a Tarot Talks Wednesday night and Friday during the afternoon. So, a Tarot Talks next week. Wednesday will probably be at 7, like we would do our normal night shows. And Friday will probably be at 2 or 3 p.m., maybe.
maybe.
Maybe I have to work that one out with Mr. O, I think, because I'm just throwing this at him. But I
I
am.
have the
Yeah, but
power.
I've been telling him I'm going to do a tarot talks next week and, accept some invites for that. It's a private session for people who don't know on Zoom. You can ask to be invited, but it's really just tarot talk. Might do a couple of readings, short ones, but it's more fun and games and talking tarot. So,
Do I get to
anyway.
sing a song?
I'll let him sing a song, but he's got to work on karaoke,
Okay, I hear you.
karaoke. All right. So we've got the list together here. Let me post that. Namira is up, I believe.
Have a great
Yep.
day and week, Jackie. Thank you for all you do too.
All right.
Hi, Namira.
Take care, Jackie.
Oh, Jackie will stick
Yeah,
around.
you'll stick around. What am I saying? Well, you made me say that.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Harmony and me.
Well, I was going to sing Karen Carpenter.
Uh-oh.
Say goodbye to. Okay, I'll have to work on that one.
I liked Harmony and me. We're pretty good company.
My problem is that I never quite remember all the lyrics. Like I know the most common parts of the songs, and then I gotta go a bit, fake it.
Well,
Yeah, coffee and crystals, winning combination.
all right, Namira. You have the King of Pentacles.
That's an idea, Kara.
We study the same song. Well, and the
The
thing
tarot
is,
for today,
it's
choir.
it's easy to pull up lyrics online these days. AC lyrics, Genius lyrics, whatever is out there. So, I mean, we could always have another, like my tablet up here or something, and pull up lyrics and have them
We could figure
available.
it out. I just
All
have to get the
right.
will to do it.
So, King of Pentacles for Namira. I think, Namira, this is a week of order and having everything in its proper place, everything in order, get pulling everything together early this week. For example, if you've got major plans, trying to get ahead of the game a little bit will really make you happy, will make you feel good about this week ahead. So, in other words, the more you can do to set up what you have to do during the week will make the week feel just easy and light for you. And this king says you can do it. You can put everything in place so that you can make things smooth and easy for you this week.
Numira, this is a really good card for you because I think it shows you coming into your own in terms of deciding you need to be more organized or you need to take a more firm hand with certain things around. This could be, household projects, beautification projects. Maybe there's some work around the house you just need to have a handle on. It's not necessarily saying you have to do that heavier work, but it doesn't disallow for that, but it is saying really you have that ability to understand the parts that are in motion and figure out how they best display. So I think it's a good week for you organizationally, and you will find that with the management of these things, your life is just going to feel like it's more easy and more comfortable, like you just really have more time for things, more time to sit and read or hang out with your pets if you have them or things like that.
Hi, Jamie's Cowboys. You just made it,
You just made it,
literally.
Jamie's.
Because, I mean, we can only take maybe one more person.
Hey, you're like us, Namira. We have so much housework to do.
Well, and I know you've been under the weather. And so, right, you haven't been feeling that well. So I think here, maybe this week, things are going to start coming together and you're going to be able to have more energy and strength, because the pentacles are very physical cards, and the king being the top of the game here means that you're going to be feeling a lot better.
That's a good point because you have been dealing with your health situation, and as a management kind of orientation there. It also covers, in a sense, our physical body. Pentacles are about our physical body. So you may be finding that you're still working on strengthening yourself and pulling yourself back up to your best health. So continue doing that too, Namira.
Okay, I'm having a little list problem
Good for
here. Good
you.
luck with that.
Hi, Jamie's.
Oh no.
You
Shoot.
avoided it.
I got it. Don't worry. No, no, there's a problem here and I can't seem to fix it. Let me. All right, delete
You're
that.
welcome
That's
to
what I
know.
wanted to do. Okay, now we're set. Okay, we're on Lena. There you go.
All right. Hey, Lena.
Hey, you're welcome, Namira. Good luck. Good luck with the week ahead. Have a happy week. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I gotta get up.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Sounds dramatic.
It was, and I'm not sure I can fix it.
I hope you didn't find something very disagreeable in your coffee cup, but I have a feeling. Well, while we're waiting, I will mention, of course, that we have a bevy of shows. Tomorrow will be Banshees Material Matters at 10. It's similar to this show in the sense that there's a live component to it, but we are just basically gathering to listen to Banshees reading for every sign of the zodiac, giving you the financial tarot keys you need to get through the week, all things considered. Later on, Sunday from 2 to 4 p.m., we will be doing our regular live show, one or two we do during the week. And you can ask questions at that. So anybody who came here looking for a question, hopefully you can come back tomorrow and do that with us. Extra protein.
No, was not.
All right, Lena.
Okay, hang on, hang on. Okay.
She's back.
Anyway, never mind. Enough said. All
And
right.
Lena, you get the Five of Cups.
Ooh.
And the Five of Cups says that there may have been some things that really concerned you emotionally, things that maybe, were you mostly expressing care for others. It could have been how it related to you personally, a certain loss can affect you personally, but you also realize that there are other people involved in those equations too. And so what you may be looking to during this week is resolving some of those situations in terms of your own feelings about them, maybe finding that equal moment where you can put the amount of care and support you wish to give in line with the actual facts of what happened. And that just means that, if somebody really needs more care from you, you'll be willing to do that.
Well, right. I think here
I kind of went a little differently in a way.
you did. I think here that this is a time to assess where you're. This is a happy week in that you realize now that things, even though you may not have reached whatever goal you've wanted to, you realize you have a lot more to look forward to. And so now instead of focusing on the things that maybe have been upsetting or disappointing, a sense of lack, you're now looking at what's ahead and what you can do with, everything that's left for you. And it's positive. It's positive. It's a return of hope. And I look at the five and I look at it in happy hour. I take the whole totality of the card, upright and reversed, into consideration here. And I feel here that, the positive of this card is a return of hope, realizing that maybe things seemed bad at the time, but now you realize that, there's a lot to look forward to. And this week brings a return of hope. In a sense, I like to consider this card in reverse, for example, as akin to the star card a little bit. The return of hope in your life. And oftentimes it's, where your emotions maybe have been taken a hit. And this is just saying now, you're back to full strength there. You're coming back around to realizing that life is full of good surprises and happy things to come.
The symbology of the picture also makes me feel like, you're finding hope and you're putting it in a safe place where you can reflect upon it. And I think that's nice too, bury treasure, bring it up when you need it.
So good luck with that, Lena. I think it's a
Good luck.
positive card. And we
I'm
are
so
on
glad your mom
Anthony.
is hopefully still continuing to
Yeah.
get better.
Maybe it's about that, getting a little bit more hopeful with that going on.
All right, and we are on Anthony. Happy hour for Anthony. Let me think of a song.
Oh,
I know. Well, I'll let the card inspire you.
uh-oh.
And I don't know. I think we're really close to maybe closing the list because we'll have to do our readings too.
Yeah, you know what? I think we should just close it now. Go ahead and put it
Okay.
up there. And I'll get it up in a minute on the chat. Ah,
Go ahead.
you have the Nine of Wands, Anthony. Wow, you've been through it, shall we say. But that's the point. You have been through it and you are prepared for whatever life has to throw at you this week. It's not like you're inviting trouble, but you are prepared for anything that comes your way. You've got all your defenses lined up or your offense lined up, and you're just ready to tackle it and you can light the way for others too, because look at this person has been through it before. It's clear here. She's got a torn shirt. She's kind of worn and weathered, and that just means that the many experiences and challenges we've endured and undergone in life, have well prepared us for what we face. So I think this week, whatever come what may, you're ready to take it on.
Stand tall, don't you fall. Oh. Hey, I had a song for you. But seriously speaking, it is a card about standing tall. Standing tall when you realize you may be all you got. Maybe at some point somebody is going to kind of fold in to be, with you there. But right now you are at a point where really the decisions and things you make or do are really pretty much what you have to do. And you don't necessarily need someone else's input or support, but you'll take it. But you realize it's really about you standing up for what you need to stand up at this time.
And so if you are facing like some sort of test this week, and when I say that, that could be even you challenging yourself to do something, you're well prepared for this. So you should just feel comfortable knowing that. And be happy in being prepared. It's always good. Hey,
Go
forward
Lions!
goes forward. Go Lions. I don't know where they're playing next week. Are they playing out west so I can watch the game? Because I don't want to have to cancel our Sunday show next week because of opening game.
I'll do it. I'll do the show.
He'll do it solo.
Hey, you've done it solo when I couldn't.
That's true. That is
You're
true.
very welcome, Anthony. You know it.
And you are shuffling for Marita.
All right. Hi, Marita.
Marita. The Packers.
Um,
25. Yes. No overtime and Sunday next week. This week, okay. Ah,
okay, Marita. Ooh,
ooh,
Ten of Cups.
I like that.
This is beautiful, Marita.
Yeah.
Ten of Cups finds a spirit of or a sense of unconditional love maybe pervading your week, starting today and moving through the week. The sense really that maybe you're feeling more connected to either people in your family or people that you care about, even if they're in the workplace or in your worship group or wherever you find them. Something really fills you with a sense of calm and peace and continuity, too. The idea, that things will keep moving on in a beneficent way. If you have children or if you know people with children, it may involve the love of those children or the care or appreciation for this as that form of continuity.
Sonny has just stepped in the room.
Sonny
He's
has
right
stepped
by
into
me
the
here.
into the room.
You might see his tail go by. I'll try to lift it up a little bit from time to time. Anyway, Marita, what a nice card, right? It's a card of completion, something coming to a happy conclusion for you. There's joy, there's happiness this week. There's a sense of accomplishment or a sense of satisfaction. And this could be in your personal life or this could be in your professional life. It's really hard to say at this point, but I'm hoping you'll either receive some good news this week or something comes through for you this week that brings you some great joy. So, this is just about, well, it's probably, I won't say it's the happiest card in the deck, but it's one of the happiest cards in the deck,
I
absolutely.
want to emphasize the idea that it's not necessarily, but doesn't include the idea of emotional romantic love. It is more likely about an unconditional love that pervades to love of family, love of country, love of situations, wherever that applies. And like I said, it doesn't disallow if there is anything romantic possibly happening. It's just saying, really, maybe more that taking stock of what you have as an emotional cup of happiness that just is with you, like Mr. O's coffee cup is nearly always with him. So that.
Okay, so everybody on the list will get a reading. I'm just posting that and
Mhm.
pinning it.
All right, Sam is up then.
All right, yes, I've got that next here. Hi, Siama. So we have for you, Marita. It looks good. Hopefully, you're going to have a very good week this week.
You're welcome, Marita. Have a great week.
Well, Siama, you have the Page of Pentacles.
Fiber.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
either.
I don't know.
It's pretty rare I don't have coffee.
All right, so did I post a list? I did, Siama. So, Siama, you've got the Page of Pentacles here, which is a nice, again, real nice grounding, earthy sort of energy going on here. This can apply to practical matters a lot. I think here that maybe this is a week to just accomplish little things. Just accomplish little things and feel good about that. Feel good about that. You don't have to always make waves. Maybe this too is a time to learn something new, to explore a new subject or something of interest to you. Maybe go to a lecture on something that you're interested in, or watch a video of something that you're interested in. Learn how to do a new craft or trade, or put something together, even. Like I said, a lot of practical knowledge here with this Page of Pentacles. And it doesn't have to be boring, actually. Like I said, it's something that is maybe you've always been curious about looking into. It would make you very happy to explore that this week.
The card expresses an idea about skill, the stance that he has there, which reminds us maybe of the stance from the Hangman or some of the other cards. So there's a sense of skill or precision, but the emphasis really, I think, is like kind of what Banshee indicated, some sort of appreciation for maybe scholarly or not so scholarly topics of interest or intrigue to you, and that you may find you're drawn to a sense of philosophy or esoterics or even poetics in a way. And so this is an opportunity for you to hit the books in a way, or go online to look for, inspiring, pieces of literature or poetry. I recommend Rumi. I don't know if you've ever heard of Rumi, but is a great poet. So I think this is a call to you to enliven your mind by doing a little research or by indulging in the kind of topics that interest you the most.
And another thing that might work for you as well, I mean, if you feel like you're lacking energy and need or inspiration, take a walk out in nature, get your feet on the solid earth and take a walk, and let nature just do its magic. I mean, I think I had a card this weekend for the collective about music and the magic of music. But, this is a very earthy card, and you can get a lot of energy and inspiration from what nature has to offer as well. So, good luck with that.
Good luck. And I'm time has no meaning here, so I'm losing track of time. I don't know if it's been 2 or 3 years since we did finally have COVID, but that was about the only time recently where I stopped drinking coffee. I stopped for at least several days because I just laid in a bed. I
He
didn't do
was,
nothing but lay in
yeah,
bed.
he was just laying around. I was up and about, but I had a lot of achiness, I think, and different things going on. I didn't have it quite as bad as him, and that surprised me because of my cancer.
But I am a sucker for infectious diseases,
But
as you should know.
women are the stronger. Not to get stereotypical here.
Why didn't you go to work for me then? Oh, wait.
I don't think your boss would have approved.
Oh, he definitely would not.
Yeah. So.
All right, so who's up? It's Fiber. Hey,
All right.
let me
Yes, you are
pause for
on
you,
fiber,
Fiber.
and I'll be pulling for Carl today.
Happy, happy. Aw,
Ah, so happy. So happy and so nostalgic.
6 of Cups.
But, this is a time of year too, not just to look at how much you've grown over time, how many things you've accomplished. You've gone from, a novice at different things to an expert, say at your crafting, right? Your crocheting and knitting and all of that. Look at how far you have come. You're an old hand at it, if you don't mind my saying so. But the thing is too with this card, I like to also think that at this time of year, this is a time we reflect upon those who are responsible for why we're even here, our ancestors, And so this is a time, of course, to pay them homage, to do something in their honor. I'm sure you're probably planning already some feast or celebration, where you will be calling forth the ancestors and so do that. Think of the people who have gone before and how they've given you strength and show them a little bit of gratitude and love during this season ahead.
There's so much appreciation expressed in this card for the continuity of your life, and a lot of times I think of that saying, "The past is prologue." That what happened in the past built us or trained us or conditioned us for how we enact in the future. And I love the card. I just have that feeling that really what you take from your past is the decency of your feeling for others, expressed as the idea of taking care of a pet, and that continuity pervades to today. That dog may not be the same dog that was the puppy, because I sort of feel like, that's the way lives are. They don't run exactly in alignment with ours. But the concept of that continuity is what's important here, realizing that something is always with you, from your past or ingrained from your past. So it's a beautiful card.
And yes, that's how I feel about tarot and divination. I've done it since childhood. So, maybe not tarot, but divination. And so,
It's time to do something new. Let's
no.
do anti-divination. I don't know what that is.
But, I like this too. I like this progression here. And that you should always remember and never lose who you were back then too.
Ooh,
Because in that child, that you are is still there. Or that you were is still there. And, it needs to come out and play once in a while too. And so honor that child within, bring that child out to play as well. So, anyway, that's what we have for you. I love that card.
very
I do
cool.
like this card too. It's very nicely done.
Have
There
a
is
great day.
nothing not to like about this deck. And I have so many favorite creators. I mean, heck, I just got my 14th MJ Coulinane deck, and I waited a year for that
14.
sucker. That's number 14. Not all tarot. Remember, she does oracles. I have 14 decks. I've counted them.
So you're subsidizing her life.
Looks like it. But she had a lot of patrons for specific cards. She acknowledged them all in the book, and I'm like, oh my gosh! So now, and her art is just that good. Let me just face it.
True.
But the bottom line is, with all the various decks I have, this one still stands out on top for me. I cannot believe how beautiful and how evocative this deck is. So,
All right, we're on Carl.
yep.
Not Kara, Carl.
Carl. We're on Carl, Kara.
Tongue twister. But you're right behind. That's
Did I not post the list again? I did. No,
uh,
I didn't. I gotta update it. Sorry. And I'll pull this card. I cut already, so. Or did I cut? I'll cut him again.
that is funny.
I know you came in around the same times there, so it's the Carl Kara show. I'm gonna cut him one more time here.
Featuring Carl and Kara.
Well, and look at that. You
Awesome.
roll, Carl. You got the King of Swords here.
King of Swords.
So you rule, your word is law. No, and you're very fair about it. Let's face it. You're not going to just lord it over everybody. You're just going to lay down the rules. They're going to be fair. Everybody's going to follow the same rules, including you. I think this is a week where you're going to make some really good, wise choices and decisions, and that will ultimately make you very happy. So, and also the fact that other people seem to agree with them, whether it's your significant other there or others who may be involved, will add to that happiness.
Well, there's definitely a sense of a judgment here. Like maybe this could be indicating that there has been maybe a more serious matter that you've been weighing and what you need to do to, get past that, to move beyond that. It could be the kind of thing that, you do need to tap into other knowledge, whether it's instinctual or knowledge you can find for yourself. That's represented by the other animals in the picture. It's ultimately about being fair in some way, that maybe, Carl, the decision you need to make or the process you need to move towards denotes a sense of fairness, fair play, that you will find it very important to enact for yourself or for whoever's involved in this.
And your mind is going to be really sharp and clear this week. You're not going to know what questions you
Sharp
need
as a
to ask,
silk.
what information you need. You're going to be able to process, analyze things in a very wise way. So, hey, it looks like a good week ahead for you. Good luck with that. And Kara, it's not just a matter of two K's. There's only one letter at the end of your names that are separating
Yeah,
you.
your names
The
are
R
pretty
and the
close.
A, or the L and the A. Carl, Kara. So that's what makes it tricky too, really.
LA.
And Mr. O gets to pull for you, Kara, as you are up.
So yes, here in Michigan, our cooler weather has begun
Oh my
already.
gosh. And here I thought they kept saying, oh, a warming trend is coming, a warming trend. It's like maybe 2 days. And then we go down to like in the 60s. So I can understand, Anthony, why you're hedging about coming back to Michigan. 'Cause this gets cold here. But, I do think the climate is changing a bit too. So some of our colder days aren't always as cold, or maybe there's not as long a spell of them as we've had in the past, so we get more breaks in between. Last year was an interesting one. It was colder in December than I ever remember December's being in a number of years. And then it got warm again for a while, and then it got kind of warm and cold back and forth. Um, so things are changing here a lot, all the time, this seems like.
I love it. Cara L on Crupton. I didn't know you were Supergirl. Well, actually, I still don't know it, but we'll go with it for now. All right, so we have a reading for
Oh,
you, Cara.
Kira, a happy repeat for you.
The Ten of Cups. So
Yay.
this too sort of suggests a sense of unconditional love coming to you. Maybe, over this Labor Day weekend, you really bond or reach out to other people, whether they're your family or other people hang out together, barbecue, whatever, or just commiserate and talk about what it is that makes you such strong friends or such strong love for each other.
Are you getting together with family? I mean, it's possible here. But it could be that. It could just be a very happy event occurs. Something positive happens in your life that gives you great joy. Whether it's from completing your art project, working on, the runes, or something else. You just feel an immense amount of happiness and joy and fulfillment too. It's always, as an Aries, I don't get to experience this that often because I never finish what I start. So, I don't get that great joy at completion all the time when I'm leaving things hanging. So, when you complete something, you should celebrate and feel really good about doing that. And then, decide what's the next great thing you want to tackle. But for now, enjoy the fact that you see something through its conclusion.
That's a
And
really good point. Tens are about how we kind of turn the corner
yeah.
and move on from there. And it's good to look back and say the family thing is resolved. I know the bonds of family are set now. You know, bar, some horrible situation, you can take that to the bank.
And to be fair, I guess I'm stretching it a little bit. I have finished some things that I started. Years ago, I did a hike, many years ago, I have to say, I did a haiku project where I did a general upright and reversed in haiku for all the tarot cards, every single one, 78 of them. And I actually saw that through. So, I mean, there's a few projects here and there I have done to completion. Maybe it is that Taurus.
Pretend you didn't do this.
Maybe it is that Taurus in
I
me
just reminded her of
because I
what she
am on
did.
the
No, I
cusp.
didn't. We're just
And
on
I
the
know a
table.
lot of astrologers don't take cusp seriously, but I certainly do. I
Oh,
think
of
there's
course.
something to it.
Yes.
But anyway, all right. That's what we have for you, Kara. Good luck with
All
that.
right, so we are on Preeti.
You're on Preeti right now.
And we're definitely going into overtime.
Yeah, we
So
are.
it's a good thing we closed that
But it's
list.
fun. All right. I think
You're welcome.
I shuffle.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Kara. Good luck with that. Is it published yet? No, no. I'm almost thinking I should just do some minor publishing on Canva, I can kind of then put my own artwork in there and just sell, access to my work that way. And that way I'm not disrupting copyrights or anything because, other places don't allow the Canva artwork, but I just think they need artwork. It's kind of like our haiku project, though. I am thinking of selling our Halloween haiku that way. Um, that
Yeah,
might
that's
happen
another
this
not
year.
quite published, but
It's
more or
not
less
published, but
finished.
it's literally in book form. It's just I can't use those graphics. So I either have to publish them without, which I think it really loses something without the graphics. But anyway,
All right, Preeti.
alrighty.
Yeah.
We have the Queen of Cups for you, Preeti. That's an awesome card. She hasn't been around for a while. I think it's been a little while for this queen.
Yeah, it's been at least a few weeks.
And this one's very awesome because I think that this week you're really going to tap into your softer side here, your more empathic side. You're going to really feel the feels, that maybe from others, and you'll be able to handle it. It's kind of like energy flowing in, energy flowing out, energy being in balance and harmony. She's just receiving and accepting it, but she also knows how to let it go. That sometimes we have to let it go. So the thing is, be empathetic, feel for what's going on in the world and with other people, but you don't have to carry their burden. You just have to feel it because that's what makes us human, right? That's what makes us human. We care about each other. But that doesn't mean that you have to, be totally destroyed by these feelings. Know when to release it. When it gets too heavy to handle, release it. Take a shower, for example, and just see all of that pain wash off of you. Release what you don't need and, take in what is healthy.
Well,
I know
this
I
is
kind of
certainly a
jumped
moment of
around there.
reflection here. Sometimes when I look at this particular image of the Queen of Cups, it's kind of is like a pause, really, for us to consider the depth of our emotional feels, as Banshee alluded to. And, water itself is a reflective body, and so the idea that maybe we are reflecting, we are looking at instances in our life or in our emotional geography where maybe we want to try to understand why or how we reacted to certain things or how we can better react to certain things to not overshow certain kinds of heightened emotions, but to try to find the serenity or the calmness in a reflective moment.
Yeah, and I think this week your intuition is going to be really on target,
Yep.
and you're going to be really happy about that because, it could maybe stop you from making a bad decision or choice, or it could just forewarn you about something you need to know. So your intuition is going to be on target and keeping things running smoothly for you. So good luck with that.
Good luck, Rudy.
Operate from the heart this week. Let
Cheers.
let love flow.
Right, it's your turn, right?
I think I pulled that, so it is your turn. And it's Garima.
Hi, Karima. You're welcome, Preeti.
Welcome,
Have a
Preeti.
great week.
I'm also thinking of publishing my Journey of the Fool poems as a little chapbook or whatever, too, online chapbook. So that might be coming. I've been thinking about that a lot.
Okay, so Garima, we have the Ten of Swords. Mm.
Ah, that's a toughie.
This is a challenge for us because the Ten of Swords traditionally is not necessarily a happy card,
But since
but we spin it.
no, since we take the totality of the card, there is a plus side to the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is basically saying, look at, maybe you've been through some stuff. Maybe you've had some hardships, or you feel that people have stabbed you in the back in the past, but now you're looking past that. You're moving on to better days, positive energy, and not letting other people or other situations bring you to your knees. There's no reason for that. We're bigger than whatever life can throw with us. We just gotta stand up and keep moving forward. The best thing we can do in life is to come back up swinging. Let's just say that, and keep going. Just keep going. I have to keep going. I can't let my cancer, I can't let my back problems stop me from doing the things that I want to do. I'm going to keep trying to make things better.
So the tens are always about completions of things and how we move on
Yes.
from there.
Yes.
And so this could be saying
Nice.
you are completing what you needed to do. And maybe some of that was realizing that there are people or situations in your life that are not necessarily helpful or, in fact, are downright, negative towards you. You are finding the light or you are finding the resolve to move towards something else and leave things that are bothersome behind you. And I think that's a good card
I
for
like
you.
that.
I think that maybe it expresses the idea that even deep inside, there's something better for you, and you just have to kind of remain true and keep moving towards this light, however long it may take, or whatever it is you have to put out of your mind. And that's like, those nagging birds that are cawing at you in the background. Those represent the situations that you are going to escape.
No matter what life or people throw at you, always remain true to yourself. I think and be happy. Be happy and don't let anybody shake that from you because we all deserve happiness and we all deserve to be, to and if you can't and never look for the respect or the happiness from somewhere or someone else.
I like the
It comes
metaphor.
from within.
I like the metaphor that it seems to be like you're moving towards dawn, and of course, moving towards
Yes.
dawn is something new. It's like a new dawn. It's a new sense of, hey, I'm totally free to do something different, something positive. So good on you, Garima.
Good luck with that. And
And maybe we'll
Empress is
see you
up.
tomorrow for a question.
Empress is up.
All right, Empress is up. And of course, I do deal with some sense of shadow work on my Goth Tarot show. It's 4 segments each month, and the first one kind of lays out a particular shadow energy we want to deal with. Banshee joins me for that first episode. And then during the rest of the month, kind of go over adjacent or peripheral issues relating to that. So check it out. It's on Wednesdays at 8 a.m.
The Emperor's here.
The Emperor for the Empress. Wow. How cool is
Oh my
that?
gosh, that's funny. Well, it
How
would have
cool
been
is that?
even cooler to get the Empress for the Empress, but hey, why not? So, obviously, this week, what will make you very happy is just knowing that you've got this. Whatever it is, you've got it. See this Emperor here? He's holding that pawn so lightly. It's kind of like, yeah, I can just shuffle and move things around with ease today. I can just kind of how do I want to say this? I can kind of just get people to uh, do things for me without having to push, without having, because you know how to communicate effectively this week with others to get things done, to get any support you need, to get any help you need, or just to get people on board with what you're doing, period.
The card number 4 tends to be about, foundational things, the 4 walls, the 4 structures that, you know, enforcers, the four elements, the four archangels, however you want to look at that. And there's no greater support than sitting in a comfortable beanbag where you just sort of feel like I'm supported, but I don't necessarily have to take a firm stance on anything because the emperor, he's got people for that, or he's got forces or resources that he can just literally say, I can handle this. And so there's a sense of calm governorship going on here with the emperor. This could be saying, really, if you are looking at moving ahead on certain projects or striking out in bold new directions, you will have the support you need and also the vision or the sense of really why it is important for you to do that.
It's often in this day and age, and it's often hard sometimes to bring up family matters in readings because a lot of people come from bad family environments. Maybe they've had no, only single parent families, etc. But sometimes this can also indicate a father image, a father figure, somebody who maybe is like a father to you. So, with the holiday coming, and I don't know what part of the world you're in, maybe, family is important at this time, and you might be seeing your dad, or maybe if your dad has passed on, there may be some thoughts there about that. I can't rule that out with this card either, but generally, this is about power and authority, but used wisely
Mm-hmm.
and used to your
That's the keynote.
benefit. And also just this idea too that you really don't have to push any envelopes to get anything done. And you realize that. You realize that, what is this phrase you like to use? That people are more attracted to you, or people will do things for you, through softer measures, not harsher measures. You have an expression.
You catch more flies with honey
That one. You catch more flies with honey
than
than
vinegar.
vinegar.
But I
So,
want the vinegar.
that's how you should rule things this week, and this should be a pretty positive week for you overall. Good luck with
And of course, my mom, being a Scorpio like me, would usually say when I was acting up, Boy, you're all full of piss and vinegar.
that.
I never knew what that meant until I grew up.
And fire spawn is up. Hi,
I
fire
fire
spawn.
spawn.
All right, get that out there.
And please stay tuned to the end if you can. We will be doing. I know, Jackie, my mom. You guys should have met her. Maybe
Oh
not.
man, maybe not. No, she was quite a woman. She was. So was my mom in a way. I mean,
I remember the first time they ever met.
my mom definitely had some serious issues, but on the other hand, she was also very shrewd. She was tough. She went through a lot in her life, and so it caused some issues, but she
That's
was
fine. That's fine.
strong. She was a very strong Taurian,
I like that.
no doubt
Who
about
wants
it.
flies? Bring me the vinegar.
All right, so four
Fire spot.
fire spawn. What you got?
Oh, look at that. It's the hanged
Ooh.
man. The hanged one.
Just hang around. Just hang and fire spawn. No, this is a card of stepping back this week and maybe looking at things from a broader perspective, whether you need to come up with a long range plan for something or not, or short range. This is a time to see if you are on track, if you are on target, what more you need to do or look at. If there's been something that has been vexing you or confusing you, maybe now's the time to take some time this week to sort things out. Our first card at the beginning of the show was the Hermit, and for the collective. And so I feel that hermit energy a little bit here for you. That maybe you need to step back from things for a day, or maybe even an hour or two, whatever you can, to really start to do some deep thought on something.
So the hanged one shows up for you, I think, Fire Spawn, because this is maybe a sign from the universe or from spirit or something saying, you've been working hard at trying to suspend the qualities going on in your life that maybe take you here and there, so that you can more clearly focus on a light that maybe you perceive as coming to you. This is a time for you to understand what it is you can do to achieve more of that light. So you may have to review and say, are there certain kinds of changes I make? How will they, you know, impact my life? Will they make me sacrifice or miss things eventually? Or will they take me towards that higher goal that I'm looking for? The choice is yours pretty much, but Spirit sort of says it is worth it to put yourself at a little bit of discomfort to find the truer value you're seeking.
And one of the reasons I mentioned the Hermit card in this is because of the light here. So just by stepping back and taking that conscious effort to pull away from things maybe that you've been frustrated with or trying to figure out, but you can't do it when you're so immersed at the moment. You have to step back sometimes. And so I think you'd be a lot happier if you gave yourself a little bit space from whatever it is you're dealing with and really start just try to sort things out.
You know how sometimes I notice something new, even though I've used this deck for years, and I'm looking at her structure there, and it's like it's a triangle. It's three
You've
points.
said that before.
It's manifestation.
You have noticed that before.
Okay, I guess I did.
But it's been a while since you brought that up.
Alrighty then. So that's what we have, Firespawn. Have a great week.
And we are on our last reading for
Jamie's
Jamie's
Cowboys. Hey, Jamie's.
Hope you are feeling better, starting to from your accident.
Let's give you a happy message for the week.
I hope I have one. Well, of course I will.
Stick
One way or
around, though.
another.
We will do readings for ourselves, and then we will do a namaste blessing for everyone. And we're probably taking it easy this Labor Day weekend. We don't think we're going to any barbecues or
Yeah,
things.
our son, unless he's going to throw it at us last minute, I
That
don't
doesn't
think
mean
he's
we're
doing
going.
it. Yeah, that's true. He should have let us know. But at any rate, that's fine. I'm pretty good for hunkering down and doing some things around here I need to get done.
Like that housework that so
Well,
many of
like
us say
that
we don't want to
housework,
do.
but also like getting my advertisement out for Tarot Talks and starting to get that together. All right. Oh, fire spawn, look at this. You've got the Two of Cups.
Sharing is
Oh,
caring,
sharing is caring.
especially when it's Skittles. Look at those bowls of Skittles. Can I have some?
There's a harmony here. Whether it is within yourself, whether it is, harmonizing the various aspects of yourself to, stimulate growth and positive energy, or if it's a relationship with someone else, or with a group of people, even, it just seems as though there's a real harmony gelling this week, either within and without you, or with someone else, or a group of some sort. You can work wonders, by doing this, by integrating, the various aspects of yourself and feeling whole and being able you can really make magic happen. So if it's that or a relationship, it just looks really, really positive.
I'm not sure what I want to say, Fiber.
Oh no. Oh gosh. Do you know we had a pseudo, well, we had a Hooters. We did.
There was a
They went
Hooters.
out of business. And then I think they had a Hooters chicken place, just like a carry-out place, and that went out of business too. But then we had a place take over another bar that was called Twin
Twin
Peaks
Peaks.
with a similar
That was
concept, let's
that kind
just
of.
say.
But they went
And
out of business.
they
They
went
went out
out
of
of
business, and
business
the
as well.
building's been closed for nearly a year.
Yeah, yeah, it's been closed for a while. So
We have the best restaurants around
the
here. I mean,
breast. The best restaurants around. Well, I don't know what to say to that, but hey, have fun. All
All right, so
right.
Jamie, sorry to distract from my part, but I feel like,
No, it's Jamie's. I
right,
said
we're on the
fire
last one.
spawn. I'm
You already
sorry.
talked about it.
I know, but I said fire spawn instead of Jamie's.
Oh, okay.
Jamie, this is for you. I'm sorry. So there's a lot of love and happiness surrounding you. Go ahead.
Well, I
I'll go
feel
back.
like this is saying that whether you have an actual partner or not, you are harmonizing to some sense of uh it's a Florida man favorite. Uh it, I'm totally blown away here. I do feel that traditionally the Two of Cups does talk a lot about harmony and trust in relationships. It may be that you're finding that really, whether it's people around you, I know, your mom is close to you or other people, it could be that, but it could more likely be about yourself, about how, there's a part of yourself that's harmonizing to other parts of yourself and maybe opening up doorways or channels. We sort of see this running here of colors. These colors don't run, they all provide a facet of fascination for you where you can see the different aspects, the different weights or gravities or interactions between all these things, and know that it promotes harmony for you to accept all the disparity but still find some sort of core peace. That's what this card means for you, is that this week will be a week where maybe you can work more on your personal peace, harmonizing with everything that you need to. That was
And
kind of long-winded, eh?
yeah, I'll say. And Jamie, that's okay. And Jamie, I've done it too. You know that. And Jamie, this is a card that says to operate obviously from heart level this week. Share your love with others and, watch it come back to you, watch it flow to you. This is interesting to me here. Is it truly coming from these hands here, all of this and entering those cups? Or is love coming from these separate cups into both of them? I mean, it's debatable to me, but the point being
It's
that,
a chicken and the egg.
right. What you put out there, you will receive back. It's another kind of harmonizing love card. And I just feel here again, this is just operating from the heart level this week will get you much further than operating any other fashion. This is a week to let your heart rule. Feel the feels, and in particular, feel love for yourself, for others, for your fellow man, etc. And I know sometimes that is hard in this world today, but
I,
that's what we truly need, right? Go sing it, Mr.
yeah.
O. What the world
World
needs
needs
now
now
is
is love,
sweet
sweet love.
love.
It's the only thing
Everything
that there's
just
just
too
too
little.
little of.
Okay. All right. So I hope I made up for things. Sorry I said fire spawn, but this reading was definitely for you.
I think we could find some sense of healing for you too, Jamie, with this
Yeah,
card.
definitely.
There's a sense of calmness and of sort of relaxation and a feeling like, neither cup is half full nor half empty. It's
You know
just
what,
exactly
Jamie?
what it needs to be.
You have to remember here, love heals.
Love
I know there's
heals.
songs and I don't want him to sing it, love hurts. But in this case, with the card here in happy hour, love heals. So keep
That's
that
right.
in mind as well. So good luck with
I
that.
can't do that Nazareth voice. Well, I can do my mom's voice.
Did you pull that card
I
for
don't know,
Jamie? I can't remember.
but that were the
I'm
last one,
going to
so it
pull a
doesn't
card for
matter.
you, Mr. O.
Alrighty. You're welcome, Jamie's.
See what we get for Mr. O. Mr. O wants to be happy, don't you?
I wish I was special.
Oh, but you're a creep.
Yeah, we're sorry. We have closed the list, Buddy Blue.
Oh, you just missed us, buddy. We had a full
Oh,
list
but
today.
you're Nicole, so you were the first one, right?
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah.
You're right. So you're the very first one. You have to rewind all the way to the beginning.
Yeah, we did it. We did it for you.
No, it's okay. We did it for you. You're at the very beginning, Nicole.
Mr. O is on top of the world looking Down on creation, and
Oh, that's
the
cool,
only
Jamie's.
explanation I can find is he's got the whole world at his feet. So, yes, you do. You've got the world, Mr. O.
Why, thank you. I
And
do have the
so
world.
it's a card of completion as well. You know, some cycle is
Oh, thank you,
ending
buddy.
and a new one is beginning. And so this is a time of celebration. Let's party. Let's party. Let's go
Let's go to
party.
Maria's Mexican Kitchen.
We just had Mexican food.
Let's
He
go
actually
anyway.
took me to a new restaurant I wanted to go to, and he was
I loved
happy.
it.
He loved it. So we'll probably go back
They're a
sometime.
little bit pricier than I thought they would be, but not, overly expensive. So
Yeah, so
thank you, Buddy Blue. We love you too.
take
Wishing the
care,
best
and
for
I hope
you.
you enjoyed that reading. All right.
And I think that's really cool, Jamie's, about your hands because, of course, that card had hands on
Yes, it
them.
was a focus on the hands. Interesting. Well, at any rate, Mr. O, you can walk through that hoop anytime now you want and start something new. What are you going to start now?
Oh, I
You
could
want to
do
be
the
starting
Johnny
something
Cash.
again?
The ring of fire, and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire. Another
So,
one that I only know a few words.
pull one for me, Mr. O, and
Can
I'll
I sing
start
it
getting the
too?
Namaste blessing together.
That's right,
Yeah,
Jackie.
you can sing it for me, Mr. O, if you come up with a song. Craziness, you forgot to add craziness. And what about the bickering? Oh, he's gonna do it.
No, I don't have that one here.
Ha ha.
It's on a different
You should
screen.
not have it at happy hour. Why does this card keep coming out on top? Hmm. I don't know that we've had that one in a while. But we pull them at random. Oh, you found it. You on you. We don't bicker on happy hour.
Right, I can't wait to turn off the camera.
Probably a truth there.
I know. We are so sorry to have disappointed Fiber and everyone else.
Come
We'll
on,
we'll,
just
we'll
shuffle.
do it next time. But there you go, Banshee.
Oh man, didn't I have this? Did I have this last time? Oh,
Yeah,
I
you're
missed
still
it.
ascending. You're still ascending. So the Hierophant says that maybe, deep down inside, you're more of a conformist than you realize you are. But you're a nice conformist, and you want everyone else to, walk up those stairs and conform along with you.
Wow. And here I was looking at the spiritual aspects of it all.
Well, for you, everybody thinking the same as you is sort of spiritual.
Last night, I had a dream that I remembered a little bit more of than my previous ones. This is the time I really start dreaming at this time of year. And so I do feel like things are connecting again. I'm getting some real interesting visions and stuff. So I
Seriously
feel
speaking,
the
though, I feel
spirituality of this time of year.
seriously speaking, I feel this card is about the fact that your spirituality is always way above you in the sense of an aspiration for you to keep yourself mindful of that you of many people I know almost always is 99.9% positive and focused on a spiritual quality that many other people don't always see. You're the one who always tries to find more peaceful or benevolent solutions to certain arguments or crises. So that's just you. You are being what you are as always.
Well, I never downplay my abilities per se, and I don't feel I do this by saying this, but I will say this that, sitting here like this in that stairway leading up makes me think to myself, and I always feel this way, that I'm always here at the bottom and that there's always something more to learn and grow off of. I never know it all. I never will know it all, until, we finally remerge with with the universal whole. I feel here that there's always something to aspire to. So,
And she's climbing the stairway to
yeah.
heaven.
Wow. Yikes.
Yikes
Yikes and
indeed.
yikes.
But we'll get better. We'll do the Namaste blessing now, and you'll forget all that. Well, maybe not.
You'll forget all that.
There's always more work to do. That's right, Fiber. Damn it.
There's always more work to do. There's always more things to learn. We don't know it all. And those people that claim they do or have that, how should I say that? Oh, I could talk about something, but I'm not. It's
Highfalutin
half
feeling.
hour. But let's just say there's been a thing in the news about some people. I don't know how people fall into this, where they get trapped in these cults where somebody tells them, "Yeah, I talk to God all the time, and He's
Oh,
at my right hand, and we're just buds." I mean, whatever. They act like they literally got this in right there, and it's like, how do people fall for this? People don't know everything. And guess what? Maybe we all get some signs from God, but you know what? Don't follow people like that, because I feel like lost in space here. Danger, danger, Will
oh, jeez.
Robinson. Don't do it. Red flag alert. All right.
All right, everybody. Here's our Namaste blessing before we let you
That's good,
go.
Jamie. I'm glad you did that.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Go ahead and choose one, Mr. O.
Rolled it up my
Looks
sleeves.
familiar. Ah. And look, it's kind of a two people together, reminding me of the Two of Cups or something similar. It looks nice. And it is. Well, it's blessings from our Divine Mother. I like that. A previously closed door now opens. This is a blessed and fortunate time for you. But be mindful, be humble, and be grounded. Feel your connection to the earth. Feel her energy and love in your heart, and know that you are eternally blessed by the Divine Mother. And we talked a little bit about connecting to the earth with a card or two. This time of year in Michigan, I can say, because of our changing seasons, I feel incredibly connected to earth energy. I love, the changing of the seasons, to see things, summer fading and fall entering, and the beautiful color, even in the death of the leaves on the trees. We are truly blessed by nature and Mother Earth, and try to feel that energy this week in particular, and also know that she is giving us blessings right now. This is harvest season, and this is
Right.
the time to feel blessed and feel, the blessings coming from our mother. Do you want to add anything to that?
No, I think that all of life generally starts as female, or at least in mammalian and certain species. That's the default. And so from that is the idea that we can all have a part of that consciousness, that feminine divinity within ourselves. We may have to work at it, but it's worth it.
It's worth it. Well, namaste, everybody.
Namaste.
Have a happy week ahead, and stay happy as much as possible in these crazy times. So all I can say, that don't let anybody or anything rob you of being happy. Take care,
You're
everybody,
welcome.
and hopefully we'll see you all soon.
Bye.
Goodbye for now.